Yeah, girl. Today in these traditions, we are so gonna catch up, I swear.
Yeah, we definitely talking about that today.
Yeah. Big Mama's house definitely isn't the same.
Oh yeah, the collard greens. Oh yeah,
You
it's
damn
getting
candy,
in.
yeah. Hey,
Hey,
hey. We
hey.
are here to talk about their shits.
Her shit.
Our
Our
shit.
shit. This is Grown Woman Shit Podcast. Woohoo.
I am your girl, Donnell.
And I am your girl, Deb Dior.
And we are here to talk about it.
Man, we are on her shit today for sure.
Definitely some her shit.
I'm in my feelings and everything today.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's jump into it.
straight into it. What are you out here in these streets doing, my friend?
Little light-skinned Negro.
We had a little conversation before about you. We didn't want to bring it back up, but we had to because you are dragging, literally.
Trying to drag the girl over the couch.
Literally.
I can't do it.
Yo, come off now. Kiki, girl, I am so sorry to hear this stuff.
It is very...
And it's heartbreaking to know that all your heart, sweat, and tears and your acting is not totally overshadowed by this, but...
It is pretty sad because I'm
is.
literally like Googling her name, and in the midst of Googling her name,
That's what comes up.
you see his light skin
Next
next to her with all the drama when you ain't never seen her circled around
How
that.
dare you?
It's
How
unfair.
dare
Don't
you?
taint her name like that.
Very much so. And my heart goes out to your family and to your son. Because now this is something that he has to know about. This
Unfortunately,
amazing woman.
gonna
Although he
follow
will know
him.
everything else.
It's in the beginning of his life.
Right.
And his mom is so in the public eye. His whole life is so in the public eye so far. Yeah, she's pretty secretive. I don't feel like you see her in the news and things like that with her baby.
Exactly.
Like crazy. But at the same time, we know about him. And he's going to grow up knowing that his mom is Keke Palmer and his dad is Keke Palmer, baby daddy.
Exactly. You got a problem. And I knew it from the beginning. That's the type of guy when I just saw the picture of him. You were not right for her.
Light-skin problems from jump.
You were right.
I'm never wrong.
But he did not look right for her anyway. It was like a hard thing to know. Some people aren't who they are meant to be with. And some people see that quicker for you than others. I don't want anything from you, so I don't have a hidden agenda.
Did you see Keke, her interview with Uncle Steve?
I didn't.
Oh my gosh. So I guess Steve Harvey for years has been trying to hook her up with like billionaires, and he's been telling her like get with somebody on your level, not somebody who doesn't have a goal to even get there. Like
just want to use you
and abuse you and
literally abuse you at this point.
It.
Are you crazy?
Uncle Steve, I'm here with that one.
I agree. Get with him. Get with him. And, you know, we have women out here that are dealing with the same things and are afraid to speak up. And I will tell you, I was around a few of those. I'll put that out there for you. Yeah, it's hard to just put your business out there to, you know, get help. And, you know, but when you do, it's such a relief.
That part.
And it helps you to grow as a woman. It helps you to grow as a mother.
That part.
You know, all these things, be a better person for you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard. I know she's suffering through those embarrassing times because not much people, you know, she's a celebrity, so she's out there.
Yeah, well, to me, I feel like her standing up for herself gives other women the courage to stand up for themselves, because if Keke Palmer can do it, then why can't you?
Right, exactly. And she's in the public eye.
Well, I definitely know this. We should always let y'all sisters know. Anybody. I mean, I feel like women aren't the only one that go through domestic violence.
And I've heard that as well.
I'm very realistic. You know what I mean? Some women are crazy.
Oh, I trust and believe.
Trust and believe. Snapped is a show for real.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And I get that.
And it tells the truth.
It goes both ways. Like, anybody think that I'm not crazy, trust and believe. Don't let this face fool you, because anybody could get it. You know what I mean?
You know,
but
it's
like
emotional, and
childhood traumas and shit like that. You never know where people come from.
Yeah. And literally, how can you get, if you don't have counseling? Exactly. Your trigger went off and you don't know how to handle it.
That part for sure. I definitely agree. Well, I definitely know that help is always available.
Always.
And anytime anybody needs to resort back to it, it's 800-799-7233. Because I swear, call them. If you feel like you can't call a friend, like, don't feel judged, because life is life.
You know, and one thing, and I'll put this out there as well. Sometimes you don't want to, because you don't want people in your business. Man. You don't want this spread all over the place. So the people looking at you, you may be in a church setting, you may be, you know, around your girls, and you don't feel as comfortable because you don't want people to judge you and look at you like, oh, look, she's getting beat on, or, you know, just any kind of judgment.
For, like, everybody to have that one person that they can go to, that confidant, to be able to just speak on it. Because, I mean, right now the situation might be something you can talk about, but later on it could get to an escalated point where you need somebody to be like, yeah, well, she's been dealing with that shit for some time. So her snapping like that kind of, you're welcome, it took this long, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that everybody needs it.
Yeah, and, you know, getting counseling, like everybody says.
Yeah, well,
it also, that's a neutral spot.
Yeah. Well, sometimes another toxic trait I think a lot of us women have is that we confine in our friends.
Yeah.
And our friends are so mutual, well, like-minded to an extent, because they always have our back.
Right.
So, like, going to your friends and thinking that's a therapy session, sis, it's not it. I'm sorry. Like, most of the time it's a fuel to the fire, and you got to kind of, like, really talk to somebody who went to school for that shit.
Right. And you can't go get help from somebody who's really not been in a relationship.
Yeah.
And been
definitely
in a relationship.
At all.
Have been
and successfully out of it.
Yeah. You know, because you can't. How are they going to know? How are they really going to know if they have not really,
horrible advice?
You know, right, exactly. False advice. News.
All they're going to do is go off of a scenario that they've seen from the outside looking
or in a movie.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, movies are fake. Come on. Some are real, but that's when that little symbol comes up.
Okay.
This is based off the true story.
Some shit ain't even supposed to be true stories, and then it just, oh my God, it happened.
Absolutely. For real.
Yeah. Well, I know in real life, domestic violence is ugly.
And it's really real, and it's hard. It's hard to confide in your family because they judge you real quick.
Especially
you need to get away from them.
Relationship, like, especially when you're like so gaslit, or, you know, people around you are gaslit to believing that you're the problem in this whole relationship, and your partner's so higher than thou.
But and then you run back to them and you're telling them all these things was happening.
Like, oh my God, they don't believe none of that shit, because Junior show up to all the family functions carrying all the groceries. What you talking? But yes, we all understand faking it to make it is real out here, and people are really doing that shit to get into relationships with people they know they can't stay on a level with.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
And even wasting your time, you know, wasting your life, wasting, you know, your organs, because you're getting beat up sometimes. It's really brutal on your body.
Yeah.
You know, you're going through so much trauma. And it's like you can't really put your hands on exactly, you know, this hurts or this hurts, but I don't see a bruise.
Mm-hmm.
There's
mental abuse is crazy.
And it's also, you know, you're being touched, but you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's all the way around, ladies.
Yeah,
you definitely have to seek someone that you can fight it. Even if you don't know this person, they will be unbiased enough to help you through.
Definitely.
So please give them the number again.
Oh, God. Hold on. Don't do me.
Did it go away?
I went away. I went away. Girl, I've been moved on, gave you the number. You're supposed to rewind, go back to it. It's not my fault.
Well, you know, you can
It's some 800 number. We're going to get it. Hold on.
Absolutely. I do apologize.
It's okay.
You know, I just need people to know. I mean, people are out here to help us.
Yeah, well, it's 800-799-7233, okay?
Yes.
And that again. They even have like a text number. So you can text START to 88788.
Okay.
So, and if you don't have all this or don't want to rewind it back, Google this shit.
There you go. You got your helpful hint for the day.
Google some shit, sis. Get you some real help. Somebody who's really going to listen to you.
Right.
Okay.
Or guys as well, if
you know?
that's the case.
And you know, one thing I think we need to also get into is some traditions.
Yes.
It is the holiday season.
It is coming up, isn't it?
It's like we're in the midst of it all.
All this cold
People
weather.
Got Christmas trees and shit up already.
Already. So, and that's one thing that we want to know. Traditions. Some people put up Christmas trees before Thanksgiving or after.
Oh my God! Can we wait till at least Black Friday?
Or even Black. Well, that's after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Can we at least wait 24 hours? Can the food come wear down from Thanksgiving first?
I've seen so many places, stores, boutiques. They're all already jumping to December.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Because, it's one of those things like, yeah, if you're a grocery store, you're definitely going to sell some food. But, like, who's going to Walmart, really, for their turkeys and things? They want all the money on, like, Black Friday and, like, Christmas season things. They want to spend money on presents.
Yeah, but is that what's happening as well? Because people used to take the time when Thanksgiving was coming, the invitations were sent.
I could tell you, back in my day, my granny, she knew Christmas was coming every year, and she used to shop every day of the year for Christmas. It didn't have to be just Black Friday and start like. There was always so many Christmas presents and things underneath the tree. Christmas presents don't matter. Don't get me fucked up.
Right.
But the traditions is all I'm going off of. She used to shop all damn year.
So, I know the Black Friday tradition, which is actually changing up a lot now because the stores are being afraid of the drama. Well, and see, that's as well what's happening. So they're changing it. Over. Exactly. So now you're having more where you go online and purchase your things. You don't have to go in person.
People are having Zoom meetings for their Thanksgiving dinners and shit now.
Well, that's getting it together. That's getting it shit. What do you mean?
Back in my day, we didn't have Zoom calls. Well, you showed up or you don't show up. Like, what the hell is Zoom? That's how technology is. It's just, we going to have a Zoom call. You got the sniffles, stay home. It's okay. We'll airdrop
at
you
this
a plate.
point. Oh, man. They have those drones that like drop stuff.
Uber got Uber Connect now. You just put the starting point to the drop-off point. You just throw it in the back seat. Man.
Is it really killing our traditions and family? And because of so much of our elders have passed on, and they take what they
elders
knew
aren't elders
with them.
Now. Grannies are younger.
But see, that's the thing.
Grannies
have the traditions passed on to where we're saying, I've learned this from my great grandma, and I learned how to do this.
Times is expensive now as well.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you can get like little Jimmy, ambulance, and he'd be happy just zooming around all damn day for 50 cents.
With that little loud horn or something.
Sirens and
it's changed because they want electronics. Yeah. They want game systems.
They want remote control cars. They want phones.
Oh, yeah, iPhones.
They want phones that cost more than people's rent.
And we're not even having that. We don't even want to talk about that part.
The brokest of roommates don't even understand like what Christmas entails.
So that's the thing. The traditions are dying.
They really are. They squashed.
And
I really believe so.
How can we bring these back to life? Because I feel a lot of things like before, we go to bed, Christmas, we would pray together, all as a family, things like that.
Some little goofy traditions that I have with my girls, because, we're all girls, so why not? Okay, so first off, my grandmother passed, 5 years ago now, so my Christmas tree, I still have her fur that we buried her in. Yes, I snatched that shit right off. She told me to keep it. So yes, she got her photo ops and I got my fur. It's okay. But so we put her fur on our Christmas tree because Christmas was her thing. Like she loved holidays. So we'll put her fur around it and then we'll dress the tree up like her. And then I've
seen that before.
Yeah. And we'll put the bulbs and shit for earrings.
Yes.
And make it look like it's her. Put a hat on top instead of a star or a chocolate angel. And just there she goes, just lighting up the living room. But that is one of the things. And then my grandmother, she used to always win the lotto. If Lucky was a person.
Yeah.
Here she go with just $25 a day. Here she goes. She always had money. And I make trees. So she used to always go, money ain't growing on trees. But she always used to be like, oh, but I got this money. I got this winning lotto ticket, whatever. So
she enjoyed it.
Yeah. I make money grow off a tree. I go and get a whole bunch of scratchers and put them on the Christmas tree.
Exactly. That's
it just look like money growing off of the shit. So yeah.
Well, that's a good tradition.
Yeah. Get matching little pajamas. Not like Instagram pajamas, but like match your personality pajamas.
Well, I do like the matching like flannel pajamas.
I have a teenager. She don't like to match. I ain't finna do it. It's gonna match her personality. I ain't got time for that.
And definitely t-shirts, stuff like that. So just
I need a good moo-moo.
Oh,
because I know I'm gonna be in the kitchen.
Well, yeah, I definitely, for the year at least, I'm gonna get in the kitchen.
You better.
I'm getting in there.
If anything, I'm gonna need a good order of French toast for breakfast.
I did forget it.
And I know, but we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. But my cellulite didn't forget. Just remember that.
But it's always, great to know that the elders that have moved on have left us with some kind of memories to kind of carry on to our young ones, so they can carry on to their young ones.
Definitely.
But we're not seeing that happen at all.
No. Well, I think that a huge factor is common sense isn't common anymore, and the fact that, like I said, Big Mama is really like pulling up talking about ski type shit nowadays. No, you know what I mean? Like, she don't even want to see her grandkids, let alone cook a whole meal for 10,000 people, because one thing about it is they've been fucking like rabbits, so they've been multiplying out their capacity, and to have to feed all them damn mouths for generations is a difficult task. That's all I can say.
Well, see, that's why we want to create generational wealth.
Yeah.
So a lot of things people need to get in and look into.
That's another problem, is that some of us were handed things down. Generational wealth does exist within the Black community.
It does.
It's just, unfortunately, the generations that receive it don't know how to
keep
up with their wealth.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to maintain it or appreciate it in the first place.
Right.
And then they demolish it.
And they feel entitled.
Yeah.
And they
it's just gone.
Destroy it. Right. Exactly. And I've firsthand seen where people feel entitled to things that they had nothing to do with.
Oh, Jesus.
No hand at all, but feel the privilege to say, this is mine, and I want, and I want, and I want. And that's not a good, even character to have, because you need to know how to stand on your own 2 feet. Everybody needs help.
Everybody.
But it's all where you don't have to take advantage of the help to where you feel like you're supposed to help me.
Yeah.
What is that? And that's how I think this generation is really feeling these times, because they feel like everything needs to be handed to them and they don't have to work for it.
And I tell you, I be ready to drop kick, suck, punch, snatch edges, and all types of shit when it comes to these teenagers.
Yes.
It's like they're so ungrateful that you don't want to do anything traditional for them.
And you want, it still takes a village, but then the village gets blamed and everybody goes to jail because these kids just don't want to be.
They don't want to stay in the child's place.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
So we're asking our viewers, our team down with Grown Woman Shhyt.
Okay.
What is up? What are we doing that we can get these traditions going? We want to come together as a group, and try to branch out so they don't die. They're meaningful.
My thing is I'm really tired of seeing, like, on social media, I see more girlfriends get together rather than those girlfriends who are moms get together with their own damn kids.
They want to run out.
They ready to start a tradition with a pillow fight with their homegirls with a bottle and bring a tray of colorful shit, but you ain't did nothing with
and
Junior
show everything. Look what I got. Look what I got.
What your little man got at home? How about that?
It's real confusing. It's real confusing.
I don't get it. That's why I'm a homebody. I'm a very, very big homebody, and
I get that.
With that. My house is the perfect size for me.
So is it more the flash for the social media?
I think so.
That's making it more just something they don't want to carry on from year to year or even day to day.
I think with social media having so many people who can fake it to make it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, don't get me wrong, there are people who live that lavish life. Because I can't say I wasn't privileged as a kid. I get the whole, every room is decorated different. I had a fucking safari bathroom. I get it. Like, I understand. But at the same time, there are some people who can fake it to make it, and there's some people who can't. And the people who get discouraged because they can't fake it to make it. Of course, not everybody lives their life on social media. So I don't post my kids and all that shit on social media.
Right.
But the ones who put their friends, why are you so out there, but you out there with your kids, but not in the right way? Like, you have to pick and choose how you're going about faking it to make it with everybody.
A lot of young women I've seen, they were real rebellious. They were real rebellious against their parents.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of like, okay, I'm going to go away with all that I already know, which is probably nothing.
Yeah,
and live my life. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them end up on the streets. Mm-hmm. Some of them turn the wrong way.
Some of them had traditions and was not good enough.
I mean, traditions are traditions, though. Some of them aren't. They don't need to be repeated. Yeah, I guess, and I get that.
Pick and choose traditions. I get that.
Ones that are meaningful, hot chocolate around the fire, or just doing s'mores together on a type of day. We used to do like gingerbread houses for Christmas.
That. Yeah,
so that was was really important for us.
I think it's important as adults nowadays that we remember our own childhood.
Right.
The things that we liked and enjoyed and the things that we didn't enjoy.
But do you want to take that? Because so...
I mean, everything's a life lesson. So if you enjoyed it, pass it on. Because your children will most likely enjoy it too. But the fact that you're like discarding that shit.
My kids don't like everything that I did when I was a kid.
They're going to like everything, but try it.
Yeah.
Try to keep it going. Because that's how a tradition is. You got to keep it going. So if you liked doing gingerbread houses, and do them until they don't want to do them no more. Like, you know what I mean? But like, to me, I feel the traditions of making gingerbread houses and making hot chocolate and having the hot cocoa with the big ass marshmallows and shit in it, that's for the ones who have jobs. Most people in 2023 don't have jobs. They barely have food stamps.
Well, they ain't giving that away like they used to, for sure. We need that tradition back, for sure.
Well, common sense is the tradition that has gone as well. So that is something that we're going to definitely have to try to get everybody back on the same foot, especially with going into the new year. What's your new year tradition?
Okay, so we have a dish that we usually prepare like the first day. Yeah, it's called kalaloo.
Yes, that shit
is delicious. Okra and spinach and really whatever kind of protein you like. Mm-hmm. My favorite dish. I love it. And definitely I am preparing it this time again.
I'm going to say like just single delicious.
I love it though.
Yeah, and I don't eat the amount at all. I'm not that black, and I swear I'll eat it in your shit. That is the one thing
I know your kids really loved it too.
Man, swear down. Like, damn, don't fight your cousins. This big ass kitchen pot.
Yeah.
On the stove.
We fix a big pot. So we have like fried chicken, stewed chicken sometimes, fried fish. That's kind of like my favorite to go in it. Is fried fish. And we do like fungi. That's kind of like a cornmeal mixture. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. You gotta try it. Definitely.
See, look at now people are like, what the fuck? What are you from?
See,
She's an island girl. Yes. She always has her traditions. But see, that's the one thing I do love you have. Like, you don't really do too much all year long, but New Year's she's finna be See, like what is it, April? Like in April, Easter time. It was always, you gotta get new outfits. Look now, this budget don't handle that. I think the last time I really ever celebrated like Easter or anything like that was when my grandmother was here. And even then, It was really more like photo ops for her. My grandma just wanted everybody to show up in some type of color coordination because, Black folks love a color coordinating event.
We do.
She lived in a retirement community, so she used to be like, let's just walk the dog. And she just wanted everybody to see that her family came to see her color coordinated. Like, that was all it was. It was never nothing serious.
See it, darling.
Yeah, we didn't do the whole Easter Bunny egg hunt and stuff. Like, I've never really believed in that. I grew up in a pretty Lutheran home.
Okay.
So, no, my grandparents didn't do that. We believing in fictional character type shit now.
Well, see, so we just had Halloween pass not too long ago. So, with that being kind of
it's
a traditional
thing,
just a day to dress up and just do whatever.
We don't even go trick-or-treating.
Right.
I personally don't give my kids candy. Call me a stickler. I don't care. My kids don't get to eat candy. They sneak it at school. But that's the closest thing. If they can't get it in before they come in my door, they don't have no candy in my house.
Right. So
I
usually
Halloween
don't try to.
Don't even faze them. They be like, oh, we dressing up, cool. Other than that, the day is over when the sun go down.
And it goes down so much quicker now. Oh my gosh! So we barely made it after that, and now it's freezing cold outside, and it's dark at 5.
The math just isn't mathing around that. Like traditionally, daylight savings used to be like, you lost an hour, but you still kind of understood that you had a few hours of the day to get some shit done. Now, it's like, did the world flip upside down for daylight savings? Because we only lost an hour. It used to get dark at 9, and it's dark at 5. Where the 3 hours go? That makes sense.
Climate change and all these things are kind of just. Our time is passing, y'all. Our time is passing fast.
You know how we just had this little brief conversation. This is kind of sidebar, but you know how you said I'm gonna be the one to be like Noah's Ark. Don't judge me.
She is freaking Dr. Doodle when it comes to pets. No, I can't even call them pets. To any animal, because it doesn't matter. It could be yours, hers, theirs, ours. It don't matter. She is Dr. Doolittle.
Now you make me not want to say about the deers that I encountered this morning.
See, let's go.
Had a great conversation.
Who is the princess that does all the singing? Alice? Was it? No, it's not Alice. She's not
one of them. Snow White?
Is it Snow White? That's
in the 7 Doors.
It is 7. Yeah, that does all the singing to animals. That's her, y'all.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Think so.
I mean, just
I definitely love it.
Caramel.
Chocolate, damn it, chocolate. But no, I got to talk to 2 deers this morning. And they were so cute because they just was looking at me. And then, like, the men's of the group, I was like, oh, aren't you so handsome? And he looked at me like, do you see this girl's hitting on me? I thought it was cute.
I'm sure he probably did.
But I think that I'm going to have a tradition of my own. Because I think I'm going to have to get me a ranch. Like, there's just nothing that sits easier than that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But, like, I'm going to have to get me a ranch. So, traditionally, me and my kids can just dip away. Or not, like, live off the grid. I'm okay with that, too.
Well,
I'm already living in Bumfuck, USA being here.
A lot of people are thinking about moving into more remote places, especially now because you can work from home.
Yeah. Start new traditions. Do you and your family isolate?
I don't know about isolate because isolation really caused a lot of people a lot of
it forces
traumatic
you to have
stress.
To, no, it's not for the weak.
It's not. It's absolutely not.
It makes you have to be more resourceful upon yourself.
Well, that's important.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people forget that we are capable of doing things for ourselves. We are so codependent on society and the things that are available to purchase that we don't think of the fact of these are ingredients that came from the dirt. I'm just saying. I'm just here to deliver the message. Put that shit together yourself, and what do you got? Some healthier shit.
Yeah, and that's true because so many things are organic. Yeah. Okay, and I'm getting into that as well. So this organic stuff, why is it supposed to be better? Because you sprayed it more and you kept it away from the natural stuff that's growing from the ground?
Well, you know what's so funny? Okay, being that I'm a cosmetologist, right? Like, in our theory, we read a lot of books and everything. Organic is very toxic in cosmetology terms. We stay away from anything organic. And so, like, when I hear organic, even when it comes to vegetables, think about all the pesticides and things that they claim are not bad but good for them. No, none of that is. I'm sorry.
I don't feel like you have to spray anything to make it better, you know? And then
photosynthesis is real.
Right. And that's how it started. But we have to, and this is where all these things come in, where people get sick and all this.
We need to go back to traditions.
Exactly. Because we done tossed away so much more natural things. First thing, you get a headache. Oh, you want to run and take some pills. Why is that the first run to?
I am so, like, against medication. I don't know what it is.
I am too. I don't like it.
My kids, I hate when my little one catches a cold and then she's like, oh, Mom. I'm like, go take a shower, get you some steam in there, blow it out, suck it out, what you got to do, and then we'll get to the juices and things like that. But pills and things I can't stand. But, like, my husband had got her into, like, taking cough medicine. She'll be like, oh, Mom, I need some. I'm like, no, you don't. You need to get in my face and take a shower. The hell you talking?
Gosh,
I'm so old school when it comes to that. I don't like it.
I don't like that either.
And I was traumatized. Thanks, Dad. I was traumatized. Like, one time I had gotten something wrong with my eye. I honestly can't remember. It was one of the times. I'm clumsy as shit. So my dad, he used to be Mr. Organic, go to the drugstore and get all the grape seed and this and that and all the iron pills and shit. Thanks, Dad. But yeah, he used to think that he was Dr. Fix-It. No, and he popped a grape seed one day and put it in some warm water and was like, yeah, this will soothe your eye. And he put that shit in my eye. Yeah. And I ended up in the optometrist. I was fucked up. My cornea. They was like, look at all these seeds in her shit.
Oh, my God.
It was bad. I don't want nobody to be no herbalist around me. Just be a little healthy. Do some shit for yourself, but don't put grape seeds. I do not recommend.
I don't recommend that
Negative
either.
10 out of negative 10. Highly do not recommend.
The body heals itself.
It does.
Once you eat right, you know, you give it the oxygen it needs. Drink water.
It some traditional
sleep.
Okay. Just give it a good routine. A good daily routine.
Right.
And I think that traditionally people get so wrapped into wanting to change the traditions that they forget that, like, our elders were built like oxes. Right. They were barely sick. They were barely ever catching a cold, barely ever feeling pneumonia. Yeah, we've had, like, the little plagues of Ronas in the past, whatever virus that came and gone, but everybody done beat that shit. Now everybody croaking like frogs.
Yeah, and that's so crazy because when they started talking about all these people that died from the virus and all the ones that had the what is that shot that they developed inside were showing signs of their blood clotting.
Yeah, well, most of those people who died didn't even really die from COVID. There was a whole documentary about that. They were putting them on ventilators for no reason. They were blowing out their lungs.
That's bad. That's like no love for humanity.
Population control.
Yeah.
But see, if there was more traditions, if people stuck to traditions, I think population control would be under your own control and not the society's control.
But the government really wants to just take that all away. They want us to more lean on them, like how they trying to tell us what to do with abortions and things like that. You know, and that's so bad. And our traditions are dying because we're letting them die. Yeah. And we're not carrying them on for the younger ones to carry on legacies, to have, meaningful pictures, times, memories with their loved ones. Yeah. And you're losing out. And I saw somebody said something real quick. for years I was trying to, be in someone's space, and they left here without even a picture together. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You as much as you talk to this person, you don't have one picture with that person that you cared about so much. That's very heartbreaking.
That's crazy.
So, traditions mean a lot because then it helps you reminisce about, your loved ones that you've been, great memories.
Yeah.
Great memories. So I saw something recently, like an album, picture album kind of thing. And it's like where you can send your pictures to people wherever they are in the world. I thought that was very nifty. And I think that's something I might try to incorporate as a new tradition for my family. So, we can share pictures back and forth without having, and it's great to talk to each other.
That's cute.
But I think that should be something.
That's sweet.
It's just, and not the times you're able to share it with whoever. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be necessarily just family.
I personally feel that in this day and age, it's unfortunate, but I feel like family is not family the way that friends become family.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of people can lean on their friends more than they can lean on their actual blood family.
Yeah, that's true. Because we've been going through the fights of back and forth because trust was broken in some way. In any kind of way, actually.
Yeah.
And you can't depend on certain people to be in your circle. So
circle so pure. It's just like, me and you. Look.
Hello. You see
that
me?
Part. It's me and you, girl. That part there.
I'm telling you. And it's hard sometimes to let people know, like, I'm not trying to be that deep with you or let you even, in to hang around that much.
Yeah.
Because you just can't trust them.
That's where our backbones, and even if we don't want to follow traditions, I feel like we still have consciences.
Yeah.
I feel like our elders who raised us to think for ourselves. And, I don't know if you ever have these times, but, like, there's times where I think I'm losing my mind because I'm like, bitch, I'm about to do some shit my granny would have been, like, on 10 toes about. Like, if she was here, we'd be fighting because she would be like, there ain't no damn way.
Yeah.
You'd be going through this right here. But, like, I feel there's times where I definitely hear her voice. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I'm, like, the whole believer of let her rest in peace, let her sleep. You know what I mean? Like, don't be just bringing her up in your thoughts and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I'm named after her. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And almost every attitude I catch, I'm like, oh, this her. Ooh, that's her. That's a rub off.
And it's crazy. Sometimes I see myself, like, I catch like a glimpse of myself and I see my mom.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, the freckles on my face, they're like, they just remind me so much of her. That's why I'm like, at times, like, I want to get rid of them, but I can't because I see her behind them.
Yeah.
And I see her smiling and saying, okay, keep it up. You're doing good. Okay. Keep it up,
Yeah. So question. What was one of your mom's traditions for the holidays? Like, what was her favorite holiday?
I don't know.
Do y'all even celebrate certain holidays on the island?
Yeah, depends on your religion, but yeah, we did Christmas, we did Thanksgiving, and we did Easter mainly, and like the New Year.
But Easter was more like Resurrection Sunday.
Yeah,
Easter bunny shit. Yeah,
not really the Easter egg kind of thing, but going to church and like getting this the new outfits and
okay, I feel that. Okay, but what was her favorite?
I think she liked Christmas. When we were younger, my mom loved to know that she felt accomplished.
Yes.
And she was always so accomplished.
Yeah.
And she would get us a new living room set, new carpet, so it always felt like a fresh house come Christmas. So it always was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see new curtains. Okay. It was always like a refresh of the
revamped house.
Yes, it was always nice. And those kind of traditions, I really can't keep up with. But
she like, we ain't flipping this house every goddamn year.
I loved it, I kind of, where I just change it around a little bit, maybe add a new curtain, change
flip the
it
couch
out.
from one side to the other.
Yeah. It's easy revamp.
Yeah, just a quick little feng shui reset.
Absolutely.
I feel that. Well, I definitely know Christmas has to be the holiday that is probably the hardest for me to keep the tradition.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you, my grandmother used to have 3 Christmas trees in the living room. We used to have, so how their house was set up, they used to have like 2 bedrooms upstairs. There was a downstairs den and all types of shit. Girl, every room had a Christmas tree in that motherfucker. Like, every single room had a Christmas tree. In the rooms in the back, they used to overlook the ocean. So that used to be real fun and dainty and shit. But then you would have this big-ass flock tree in the window, and you're like, where's the bed supposed to fit?
Yeah.
But like,
I know bed. They don't know sleep time.
I'm telling you, she used to make that shit work. And then it'd be lit up like a sparkly sparkler. I used to remember one year it looked like Bozo the Clown threw up in her shit because it was just like, when you think of a circus, you think of a rainbow. I think of a rainbow. I don't know why. Maybe back in the 90s.
Okay.
Rainbow circuses and shit like that. Think of the old clowns. Anyway, she used to have the lights that were every single color, and then the candy cane to match it, and then the flock and all the shit that go around the tree. It just be so colorful. I used to be like, oh my God. Like,
so, in thinking about Christmas trees, we came back. So, are you putting yours up before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I can at least say I thought about it last week.
Oh my gosh.
I was about to be one of those girls with my Christmas tree up.
Oh,
already.
Wow. Oh,
but then our producer talked some shit, and I seen a fucking post on goddamn Facebook and was like something about, are you one of them loony bins with the Christmas tree up already? And I was like, damn, let's tuck that back in the box right now. I won't be one of them this year.
Yeah, no, I absolutely will wait until after Thanksgiving. That's one tradition I will continue.
My thing, in my defense.
Okay.
Okay. Christmas trees are technically just pine trees, and pine trees just are outside, and they make your environment smell good in general. And so my thing is that if you have a Christmas tree out, as long as it don't look like Christmas threw up already, it's not like...
So you're going to just have a bare tree out?
No, not a bare tree. It can kind of be somewhat festive, but make it look like, harvesty time.
Okay, so are you switching it up when it comes?
Yeah, I don't mind. Oh. That's what we have kids for. Labor. Free labor. Kids enjoy decorating a Christmas tree.
When I decorate the Christmas tree, it's more or less where I want it to look a particular way. If I am doing it. Yeah. If I'm not doing it, I'm letting the kids do it. Have fun.
Well, see, that's the thing. Me and my kids are so on the same page of it better look like Gigi. So make it look like Gigi. So the thing is that, like, with the kids, I just let them have free range because they know that after the section where the fur belongs, make it look like some type of dress that she would have worn or whatever. Okay. So I let them have...
So with that tinsel stuff.
They do tinsel, bulbs, and all the shit.
Those things.
Whew. Yeah. We got...
One tradition that always happens. The glass bulbs.
Yes.
Ornaments. One must always be broken.
Always.
One must always be broken.
I swear. And then, one tradition I do have is we will decorate one ornament a piece.
Okay. I like that.
We will do that. So, like, every year they just add their last few whatever ornaments and then we'll make another one. And, kids, they change their favorite character like they change their drawers. If they wear drawers. I know my little babies are bandits, so you know what I mean? It is what it is. But, like, my babies, we've started off with Tinkerbell, Minnie Mouse, and all their little favorite characters. And so I'm actually pretty fortunate to still have them over the years because it's easy to lose your traditions through just moving.
Oh, well, It's funny you even say that because I know for a while I did keep like a lot of the kids' artwork from school. So like when they make, especially of course they made like the arts and crafts for the Christmas time, your little gift from them for Christmas. And I used to keep those all the time. I used to have a box until one time unfortunate incidents happened and
real life
incidents.
Real life shit.
And there it went. So those kind of went out the window. And I try to instill that, still just kind of, put a bug in my daughter's ear with, her son, like, just kind of keep something that he makes.
Yeah.
Because to look back on it later on, it's like, oh my God, look what you made.
That's the shit though. Like, honestly, in this day and age, okay, so kids, of course, they go to school and they're on technology now.
Yeah.
But they still make a lot of shit.
Yeah.
They still make a lot of shit. And to me, in this modern day, just coming home with, oh, I glued this to some paper and call it some fucking artwork, that's starting hoarders.
Yeah, you got to
throw that shit out. I'm sorry. Oh, that's cute. You did your work. Throw it the fuck out. I let them have fun. I let them shred it.
Oh, man. Then you use it for something else, I guess. But that's, really, we're seeing the traditions die from year to year, from generation to generation.
Definitely.
And it's so hard, we don't want to continue certain, generational curses that, have been going on. We are trying to break them all. Yeah. We are trying to get rid of these things that have depressed us. Yeah. So,
But I think if you had good things, good memories, if there was something that your parents were able to do for you, and if you are capable and able to do it for your kids, I think that you should at least try to keep it going.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, if you're in a healthy relationship as an adult, you have two sides that should have come from two different traditions that you should be able to, like, merge them to make, like, a super tradition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I get that it should be that way. It should be that way. When you're coming together, you make new traditions, with your families or friends, every year. Make sure you guys get together.
But let's not make it a tradition that the friends trump the kids. Let's not spend more money on a friendcation for the holidays and shit rather than spend money on the presents.
As a family.
It's not okay for you to just, like, come home to these kids empty-handed and be like, oh, well, I shook a little ski out there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not okay.
I don't like that song.
I hate the song, hate the chick, can't do none of it, but that's what I'm saying. Let's not do that.
Other traditions is needed as well. So if you guys are out there with traditions, drop us a line on all our social media. I want to know the
funkiest tradition that anybody has.
I want to know them. I just want to know what you got.
I don't want to know any, like, weird family traditions.
Why not? I want to know them all. I want to know them all. Well, let us know.
Huh? Yeah, we're going to have like a recap of what traditions came in from this, so that we can put some on blast of the do's and do's nots of traditions. But I know one tradition we need to get into is your affirmation. Now get into it.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of things has happened over the couple of days, and needing strength and
trying to stay out of the 7 o'clock news.
Definitely. So let me get this for you. All right.
See, perfect timing.
So I am capable. I am creative. I am committed to achieving my goals.
Following some traditions.
I am embracing my challenges as opportunities to grow and succeed. I have the power to make a positive impact in the world through my work.
Okay.
Remember, you have the ability to accomplish great things.
Amen. I'll take that
yeah.
One. Second that notion. All right, now, well, remember, chime in, grown woman, Shhyt, SHYT.
Absolutely.
Okay? Instagram, Facebook, Ebon Vision.
We want to hear from you guys because we are going to put you out there. We're going to, because we get it all the time. We talk about it. So we'll save it for our next episode. All the people have been asking us questions. So, Kiki, we pray for you, girl. We pray for all the people out here trying to pass, and deal with this abuse.
Going through the Kiki.
Yes.
Look, we
and
understand
don't want
she
to
ain't
talk.
the only one.
So this has been your girl, Zed Dior.
And I am your girl, Donnell.
And this has been Grown Woman Shit Podcast.
Brought to you by Ebon Vision, the one and only content created for and by
Kings and Queens.